the Audi RS5 Sportback. Yeah, that's why we have it here today. Let's go! In the front, the A5 in general has this design line that goes all the way to the front grille from every single direction. Really interesting. The RS5 then, sinister here with the glossy black, and you can also get the Audi rings in black if you go for a black design package. RS5 badge, strong lower spoiler. You can also get the carbon fiber accentuations if you like, and then matrix LED are from standard equipment, and what a cool daytime running light. An option you can see it here with the blue accentuations. There's also the laser light available with a dark background, and these are the cascading turning indicators. Always a great show. Guys, this is one of the rare occasions where the car does not move, where the camera does not move, but you could leave the picture for 10 minutes and it would still be beautiful. Enjoy the length of 4.78 meters, 15'7" or 188 inches for the Sportback. That means 2.5 inches or 6 centimeters longer in wheelbase than the RS5 Coupe. The Coupe, of course, and the two-door. Here the Sportback, the four-door version, but still with a very central roofline and strong shoulder area. And I'm not sure if I'm the only car enthusiast who thinks about other things when seeing such a sensual and sexy shape of a vehicle. Okay, I don't know, it's a little bit weird, but maybe it's the same with you. RS5 badge here, then lower area here with the carbon fiber spoiler in this carbon fiber package. We get 19 or optional 20-inch wheels. These are the 20-inch wheels in black. Really massive styling. 6,000 euros extra for the carbon ceramic brakes in the front. Really cool. Yeah, in this segment you only get it in the front, but trust me, that's enough. Then carbon fiber here also for the side mirrors. So a lot of cool design elements, black frames around. Yeah, I can just say in the styling, pure awesomeness. Today here with a fixed roof, but you can also get a panoramic glass roof. And the Coupe you could also get with a CFRP roof, so carbon fiber reinforced plastics. Here in the rear, more modern signature for the tail lamps. We also have a carbon fiber spoiler in this optional carbon package. Black Audi rings because of the black pack, RS5 logo, and then the lower part really cool with this diffuser style honeycomb structure on the inside. There is a sports exhaust as base, but this is the optional sports exhaust. You can see it because that's the black styling. Then there's a valve also on the inside, and you already heard some of the sound experience. Then as for the suspension, you get a fixed RS Sport suspension or the DRC. It's a dynamic ride control, and this has then 3 different levels: stiffer, normal, or really comfortable. It's not adaptive in each mode, but fixed 3 modes, and that of course makes the riding at least a little bit adjustable. We also have it here today. And not to miss the cascading turning indicators here at the rear. Yeah, there it is. The V6 2.9 liter bi-turbo, 450 horsepower, 3.9 seconds is the acceleration figure. Quattro all-wheel drive, but with a rear wheel bias. 40-60% is the standard distribution. I think we can live with that. Big RS logo on the floor mats. Yes, that's what we want to have. And of course, my favorite feature, the Alcantara steering wheel. I see the comments coming, yeah, it's not durable and so on. Trust me, it's more durable than you think. And there are also cleaning tips for Alcantara steering wheels, and you will enjoy it every single moment you drive it. Better grip. It's not cold in winter. It's not sweaty in summer. It's just awesome in a sporty vehicle. Every racing driver uses an Alcantara steering wheel. And there's a reason for that. Then the seats usually also come or start with Alcantara on the inside. You should also stick with that. Here with this stitching or the special honeycomb structure. It looks somewhat cooler, but it's not that comfortable to sit on when it's from animal skin. These are the integrated RS seats. In an S5 you could still get one with separated head restraints. These seats are more comfortable. Here they are already quite stiff, but yeah, more or less okay. Now getting inside, and you know one of my rules when entering one of my vehicles is you always have to use a shoe tap to keep the floor mats clean. I'm always cleaning the floor mats like all over the place. Yeah, I know, maybe also weird again, but that's how I treat the cars. Then seating position here, when I put it in the lowest position with 1.86 m or 6'1". Still leaves headroom, soft touch here, but here a little bit of mixed elements and styling and gaps. That can be done better meanwhile, I think, but cool build quality here, the carbon fiber inlet, Quattro logo, and my favorite clicking sounds, climate unit elements. This is my all-time favorite AC unit ever. I hope it never goes away, but we've seen it. Sometimes it will maybe go away and be a touchscreen also. I hope it won't. This is really so straightforward, but so high class in how it feels, and also with the metal knurling around. Here then with this hovering function. So yeah, that's also a fancy detail for sure. Drive select in the lower part, so to select this one while driving and change the driving mode, yeah, could be better, but again, great build quality. The cool thing here, however, with the RS, we have an RS mode at the steering wheel, and then we can pick RS1 or RS2, and you can adjust them. And for example, set here in this case, it makes sense. RS1 mode is the drive system is still balanced, suspension also, steering is more dynamic, engine sound is already more pronounced and so on. But then in the RS2 mode, and again you can individualize it, everything is set on the most dynamic and sportiest function. I think that's a very logical thing to put it that way. Shifting pedals here behind the steering wheel, that's cool. Volume control on the steering wheel. Soon more deals to the digital instruments. You start with 7-inch small screen and analog dials. These are the full 12.3-inch digital instruments. And here, since the facelift in the middle part, you've already seen a 10.1-inch screen. New one with touchscreen. The MMI knob is gone in the middle part, but you can easily reach it here, and there's a good menu structure. Also soon more deals to that. Lower part with USB-A supply, 12-volt power supply, start-stop button as well. And then adaptive cup holders, so small cubby hole right here. And you have this converter automatic gearbox shifting lever with a nice Alcantara covering. And for the passenger, if it's like, Thomas, your music is too loud again, then the passenger can tune it down. Maybe they should leave this knob, right? Then here the armrest, soft covering. You put it up, and then there's USB-C supply now and an inductive charging mat. Then the infotainment system. I really like it because it's a straightforward menu structure, not too much BS in this menu, and you have the vertical menu to easily access everything else. Here once again the car menu up close, for example with the RS monitor you have here, where we see a lot of details, but yeah, usually probably you would leave it in this one, that you can see the driving modes, or if you select one of the RS modes, here when I selected the steering wheel once again, then hotkey to the Apple CarPlay on the left side. This is definitely very helpful, and this B&O optional sound system is really cool, I can tell you. And this is, by the way, yeah, one of my all-time favorite trance songs. You should tune into that. I just love this song, and I love this sound system. Awesome. Really, really cool. I would recommend it. Once again, back to the Apple CarPlay menu. It's a good integration, and I think, once again, straightforward menu. Yes, the MMI knob is gone, but you can very well live with this touchscreen system. The rear view camera is so far so good in one way, but in another way, the resolution meanwhile could be better. Now getting on the inside, in the rear, and whoa! This was close. We have it in slow-mo. Oh wow. That was really close. That's the thing about the sporty looking vehicles. However, if you think about the comparison to the RS5 Coupe, here the thing is, I can still sit here. Again, remember, this here 2.5 inches or 6 centimeters longer in the wheelbase than the Coupe. Not only in overhang, real the wheelbase, and that's why I can sit here, whereas it's not possible in the Coupe. So, and it's more or less okay. It's of course a little cozy here. sporty seating position, but also headroom-wise, it works for tall adults. So this car is indeed for tall adult proof. Soft touch at the inside of the door, and again the nice Alcantara. So once again, top in the build quality. And we have Isofix at the outside of the seats, and we have these cup holders, which are really massive. Can be folded out like this. Middle console, 2 USB-A chargers, and also a rear climate unit. You can also get rear seat heating. In the trunk, the cool thing here with the Sportback is this fastback opening, so very good access, and you can see here no problem with the cabin trolley. Already folded one of the seats. There's also ski hatch available. Underneath some more space, and they put the battery here in the lower back part for the balancing reason, for the weight. And then here, the normal length is just a little over a meter or a little over 40 inches, and the width the same, almost just a little under a meter or under 40 inches, and the height here to the cover, we are at 20 inches or about 50 centimeters. So really a very well usable sports vehicle. Welcome to Thomas's Active Driving Lounge with the Audi RS5 Sportback today. So in the comparison, the RS5 Coupe versus the BMW M4. Here then we can use the Auto Drive Select, but of course in this case RS mode at the steering wheel, and it's not too wet yet, so we can even use the RS2 mode, of course. Please don't attempt, and we'll start at 35 kilometers an hour and see how it goes. That's 200 kilometers an hour, 125 miles an hour. Holy mother of... Whew. That is awesome. And I mean, it was of course kind of extreme, but at the same time so calm and collected. And now here at 200 kilometers or 125 miles an hour, lane change like nothing. Suspension is set on a stiffer tone. And I mean, wow. Noise installation is still quite good. Not, of course, a comparable level to an Audi S8 we had recently, but wow, how much I'm controlling of this vehicle. This is a pure driving machine. And now, hard on the brakes here. Yeah, whoa, what a braking performance, awesome. Actually, the brakes were almost more impressive than the acceleration even, so that was really super cool. We have the DRC mounted here, as I told you earlier, dynamic ride control, and this means it's not the fixed RS sport suspension, but here it's not adaptive in a way that it really varies in the mode, but you can pick 3 different modes, and these 3 different modes are fixed then. So comfort, auto and dynamic. And when I use the RS modes here at the steering wheel, we are in this fixer or stiffer dynamic mode. And this really brings us more performance here when, cornering and of course keeping it stiff and highway speed and so on. That's really cool, but of course less comfort than in everyday driving life. And I let myself drop back a little bit here so I can lower the window and use also the shifting pedals, show some of the sound. Nice, nice. So this 2.9 liter V6 bi-turbo with the Quattro all-wheel drive, and this is still here the classic Quattro all-wheel drive we all want to have. 40-60% distribution as a standard, and then it varies a little bit, but definitely always rear-wheel bias. Yeah, there are always these remarks here, come on, this understeering, whatever that is. Yes, there is a lot of power also at the front wheels, but to really feel an understeering with this vehicle, you have to put it on the racetrack, because otherwise the all-wheel drive will just help you to bring the power on the ground. 3.9 seconds to 100 kilometers an hour or 62 miles an hour is the acceleration figure, and I think we could truly reach it. Of course, we weren't starting at 0. Yeah, every lane change is so much fun with this vehicle. This Alcantara steering wheel is awesome, and here getting off the motorway, we'll soon head on again. It feels like nothing. This car feels so stable and situated on the road. Goodbye, everyone. hitting the red limiter. Now I'm stopping again 200 kilometers an hour in the corner. Lane change once again. Rain is picking up a little bit, so I have to be careful. This feels like being in the Eifel at the Nürburgring Nordschleife, definitely. Also the rain is fitting to that for sure. And how stable, how much I'm in control of this vehicle, it's phenomenal. It's really awesome. I love this Alcantara steering wheel. It's giving me so much control of the vehicle, so much balance handling. The interface between driver and vehicle is awesome. RS2 stiff suspension mode. Wow, blop, blop, blop from the exhaust. Now look at that steering. I can really keep my hands on the steering wheel all the time. Great automatic gearbox. Yes, a classic converter gearbox. I just prefer it. Classic all-wheel drive, rear wheel bias, converter automatic gearbox. That's what we want to have, right? And look at how flawless this car is on the road. And I think that's also a difference. I mean, if you want it more extreme, and then get the M3, M4, and the C63 with the pure rear-wheel drive. That is like, you know, the more extreme feeling. But if you like this super balanced feeling, then this is here the vehicle for you. This car is super sporty, but it's one of the smoothest sporty vehicles. That's, I think, the strength of it. So I'll leave you a little bit here to enjoy. And now, how much understeering do we really get? Let's see. Little bit maybe, but I mean, still really cool. Of course, we cannot accelerate it out that much and then have like rear wheel spin, but still. Yeah, it's really very, very well done.